time.
What up?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris,
What's up?
and Gini.
Yeah, it's us.
No one's on.
Let's go. There we go. All right.
Here we go.
All
welcome,
right.
everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. Hello, YouTube. Those of you that have friends that do not have social media, tell them to go to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini on YouTube. They can comment. They can do whatever. Same thing like they can on Facebook. And it's free. They don't have to sign up for anything. So, I don't know why my lighting.
No, the cool thing is tonight we've got like holographics happening.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
How do we get that there?
Well, that's only on YouTube, not for Facebook.
No, right there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got lights. We got lights on our side tonight. Enjoy that.
And for the ladies.
She's got glitter on her eyelashes. I'm just saying.
And my cranberry juice. Yay.
There's definitely cranberry juice. Look at that freaking glass.
It's bigger than my head. Did you guys already see it on my personal page where I had two? I was at Mango's with Dr. Dorfman, and yeah, we did that.
Yeah, so if you guys saw the pictures that we had from last Friday, we were able to go to Orlando and hang out with our doctor who owns the offices in Pensacola, Tallahassee, Melbourne, Titusville, and Vero Beach. So Dr. David Dorfman, that was him and his girlfriend, and we had such a good time. Dr. Dorfman's a really cool guy. If you're in the Florida Panhandle and you have a work injury, there's not another place to go. If you heard that there was, you heard wrong. That's where you go. So go to federalinjurycenters.com and check the locations tab, and you will see the address and phone number, direct phone number for each of the offices, including Dr. Dorfman.
Let's see, we got Miss Martin, hi guys. Maria Portal, hello. Rajesh, hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hey,
What's
Rajesh.
Up? Hey.
Judy, hello, my positive people. Joshua, hey y'all. I'm Josh, PFD from Concord, New Hampshire.
Welcome, Josh. Glad to have you.
Jerry, USPS rule carrier.
What's
Joshua,
up, Jerry?
I'm a little jealous of the glitter. Joshua, don't hate, okay? Don't hate.
I took mine off right before.
Where are the bunny ears?
No, we're not doing that tonight.
What did
Don't give her these ideas. It's Easter weekend coming up.
Oh, I should have worn my little. I had them on when I was doing my makeup.
I'm super sad that she forgot that. What's up, Ron?
Let's see. Sonia, hey crew. Where are my bunny ears? Okay, so my bunny ears, I had them on while I was doing my makeup. And yeah. Sonia, hey crew, NAPFE.
Josh said you should see my nails. I know. Mine too. Mine are looking fantastic.
Oh, where's my package? Got members waiting for your information. Sonia, message me after so we could talk. That's fine. Jeff, what up, guys? Have a happy Easter. Musk and more. I made it back on time.
Doc Kelly, what's up?
Diane, hello from Western New York. You should see my nails. Joshua, should I see your nails?
Josh on fire.
Dot, hey gang. Hey Dot. Bama, hello. Tammy.
They're asking us about closed captions. Explain how the closed captions work, will you? Because I don't even understand it.
Okay. Yes, it has closed captions, but it'll be on YouTube. So as soon as I'm done, I will go ahead and auto-generate the one on YouTube.
So they don't let us do it. We can't use captions when we're live.
Right.
So not when we're live. Sorry about that.
A lot of the times, if you mute your phone, then the captions come on automatically.
So check that out.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Angelina, hello. Can someone please call or message me? Message us on the Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini Messenger, and I will go ahead and answer your question.
Kathy Smith is from Aurora, Illinois, and I'm pretty sure that's also where Wayne's World was at.
Kathy, you said you need help. We have 2 doctors in Illinois. Hey, from Georgia.
What's up, Peggy?
The 3rd book was not mailed out yet. We are still in the process of pre-order and printing.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that tonight. The book is at the printer. I expect it to be printed in less than a week. They're pretty efficient in Tampa. And as soon as they're printed, I even go pick them up myself, so I don't have to wait on them to ship them because I want it here faster, so I'll go get them. and I'll mail them out within 24 hours of taking possession of the book. So for those of you that haven't pre-ordered your copy of the third book of Breaking OWCP, you can do that at breakingowcp.com. These first two books, I'm out of this one. This one is PDF only now, which is great because PDF only means you put this in your pocket because you save it on your phone. So you need this in your pocket. You need this one more than you need the other ones, or more than this one, because this one has the chapter on rules, laws, and regulations. So this one's really critical. This one I still have some paper copies of. By the way, obviously that's a paper copy, but it's my only one. This one I have another box of, so people are still ordering this, and that's fine. I'll ship them out to you. I've got two over here that have to go out tomorrow. This one's important because of the chapter on schedule awards. In this book, I actually teach you how to calculate your own award. So you can see how much. She's not really paying attention tonight. Don't worry about it. I'm in.
Let me finish up. So, yeah, you like my giant martini glass? Last Friday, I was doing double.
It's just, don't let her fool you.
It's just cranberry juice and ice. So,
my girl's not a drinker.
I like doing shots, but that's it. All right, let's see. Oh my God, too big drink. Genie, hello. Tammy, yeah, it's just freaking cranberry juice. Dang, girl, that's a drink. Dr. Audra from our Bremerton office is on.
In Washington State.
Yes.
Welcome, Dr. Audra. Yeah, so that office is the only office in the whole state. Could you take a break? I can't get anything done tonight. So Dr. Audra is in the only office in the entire state of Washington that does OWCP. So if you're in the state of Washington, that's where you go if you want someone to get your claim accepted. Her and her staff are really fired up about helping. So Dr. Audra, thanks for being on. Like all the rest of our doctors, she wants to be on to find out what it is you guys are thinking, and she's about to get a big dose of that.
Yeah, and Dr. Audra will go ahead and post her office address and her phone number while she's on here. So those of you that are in the Washington area, even probably in the Portland area or that west corner of the United States, if there's nowhere else to go to, their office would be the one that you go to until we get some more offices. So let's see. Dr. Cooper says, is it just me or is that glass huge?
Dr. Cooper, that is the biggest martini glass of all time. Dr. Cooper is in Atlanta or Forest Park, Georgia, and in Phoenix City, Alabama, which is essentially Columbus, Georgia. So if you're in that area and you want to claim accepted, go see Dr. Cooper. If you want to claim denied, go someplace else. We don't do that.
Cheers and happy Easter, everybody.
Good God. This is going to be another long night.
All right. So welcome. There's a lot of you new that are on here. Please go ahead and share. I'm going to do some housekeeping and finish my good old cranberry martini. I just made that name up. Cranberry martini.
I'm sure somebody else thought of it before you.
Cranberry martini. Okay. And
they're probably getting royalties right now.
Do you have a recommendation for a federal lawyer in Georgia? So you don't need one in Georgia, but we will recommend the one and only Eric Blowers.
Yeah. So usually you don't need a lawyer. You need a doctor. Eric will tell you that too. So if you're having trouble with an OWCP claim, most likely your issue is bad doctoring. And a lawyer can't fix bad doctoring. So if that may be your issue, give us a call. Go to federalinjurycenters.com and check out the locations tab.
Ms. Moore said, I really appreciate you guys. I've seen Dr. Mack Wellness.
Nice.
They're awesome in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Yeah.
John Kelly said, thanks for assisting the members. I represent APW in what is that?
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Several of my members visited your facility in Chicago with much success. Thank you. I need your help in Louisiana. We have a doctor in Louisiana as well. All right. So if you're looking for locations, just please go to federalinjurycenters.com, click locations, and all of our locations are there. Tell your friends. Also, and I'm not blowing you guys off when you're calling. If you are from a state, when I listen and then I message you, if you are from a state where any of our doctors are from, it is just wise for you just to call the office so their case manager can talk to you, because my phone is just going all day. So I'm trying to help as many of you I can. So if you call me and then the doctor's office calls you, it's only because they got your voicemail.
And that's really good for you too, because part of our training program is training the doctor's case managers to be able to understand what it is that you're going through and know what the solutions need to be. So it's okay to call the offices directly. Their staffs have been trained well. If they're listed on our website in the locations tab, they're ready to go. So you can give them a call directly.
All right. All right. While you guys listen to some housekeeping stuff, Chris is going to talk about what's going on tomorrow and what's happening next week while I share, since I have a lot. So hold your questions, please, so I could share and get it out to all the other Facebook Union folks.
And this is where you need to be sharing as well. So everybody hit the share button. If it takes you away from here, no problem. Come back. We're not going anywhere. But sharing helps you help someone else that needs it. It's great that you're here getting the information, but you know a bunch of people that aren't here. And I can't touch people that you don't bring to me. So would you do me a favor and just hit the share button so the people in your friends list will see it as well? Surely somebody you work with is a friend. So do that. If you're watching on YouTube, just, share this. Just hit the share. I'm looking at the button. And send it to somebody who needs it. But we need to be able to work together to get people this information, because when you don't have it, a lot of your lives will spiral out of control financially. And we can avoid all of it. All the problems that you have can be 100% avoided by knowing the information. That's why I wrote these Breaking OWCP books. I put them in like 4th grade terms so we can all understand even the complicated stuff. And it's frankly all very complicated. So check the books out. But tell your friends to come to Wednesday night OWCP chats on YouTube and on Facebook to get the information, because if you wait until you need it, it's usually too late. So don't wait till you need it. All right. So tomorrow night, we are doing our next open house in Land O'Lakes, Florida. Land O'Lakes, Florida is in Pasco County. It serves everybody in Pasco County up to even Spring Hill. So if you're in the Spring Hill area and you're driving over an hour to get to a doctor's office, that needs to stop right away. You can spend more time clocked in where you're guaranteed pay when you don't have to be out of work for half a day to drive someplace to go to the doctor.
We know that drive up and down US 19.
It's awful.
Going to Pinellas Park to Dr. Lee's other office, which Dr. Lee is the owner of this office. You'll see Dr. Michael Suma in there. And Pasco, there's people that are in Tampa. This is an easy location. You just get on the Veterans and get off the exit and you're right there.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're in Spring Hill or anywhere in that area, what are some of those other towns up there? What's other big town right
There's
there?
Crystal River, there's Hudson, there's Holiday, Wesley Chapel, Zephyr Hills. Some people can come from Zephyr Hills, Brooksville. So there's a lot of you. Newport Richie's on this side.
Yeah.
Tarpon Springs. So we're trying to put offices in convenient locations.
And the cool thing about Land O'Lakes is they tell me they're turning one of their exam rooms into my own personal office, so I can go there and meet with you personally to help you out. So I'd love it if everyone would come tomorrow night. It starts at what time? 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Starts at 6:30 tomorrow evening, and we'll go until everyone goes home. If it's like Dr. Lee's last one in Pinellas Park, it's going to last a little while.
And it's going to be fun.
So come check it out. Come see me and Gini. And, if you have issues you want dealt with, that's where I'm going to be to help you out. So come see where you need to go to be able to talk with me in person and let me help out whatever OWCP issues you're having. But that's tomorrow. Next week, we're going to be in Bedford, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth. We're not going to be there next week?
We're going for AFGE and Utah next week.
Next week, we're going to Utah? Yeah. Next week, we're flying into Las Vegas and driving into Utah.
And also Virginia Beach.
Well, let's focus on Las Vegas for a minute. So we're going to do that, go into Utah and do a, how long am I teaching there?
3 hours.
3? That's next week? I should probably prepare some stuff.
You should.
So 3 hours in Utah, in what town? St. George?
St. George, Utah.
Which is like the bottom.
Borders Vegas.
Yeah, it's the bottom left corner. That's why we're flying into Vegas, because it makes more sense. But so we're going to go do that, teach at AFGE, right? Is that right?
No. In Utah, we're going to teach.
I don't even know.
The
APW?
No. can't remember the.
Well, it can't be
It,
the
it is.
carriers.
It is the APW with the United States Postal Union, not USPS.
Right.
And then prior to that, we're going to be teaching AFGE, the mine and coal employees for AFGE in Virginia Beach first.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so great. So we're doing that. When do we get to go to Bedford, Texas?
The last week, it's the 28th.
You see what I'm dealing with here? We have so many different trips we're taking.
Yeah, and Eric Flowers is going to be there live. We heard people were coming in from Oklahoma to talk to him. Brett.
Yeah, well, and that makes sense. Everyone likes him more than me as well. So, so the next week we'll be in Las Vegas and Utah.
Yes. We are going to be in Virginia Beach and Utah, not Vegas. We just fly into Vegas and drive to Utah. We're not going to Vegas.
So when we fly into Vegas, we won't be in Vegas?
No.
I disagree.
Because we're leaving.
So I disagree with that. We will be. Caesar's Palace is going to find me for sure.
And we're not staying at Caesar's Palace either.
No, but we're going to. I deal with this all day. I can't say anything without a debate.
Come on, we got to get questions answered.
All right. So anyways, come see us at Atlanta Lakes tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. If you want to know the address, it's on federalinjurycenters.com at the locations tab, and you will need to know the address to get there.
And I know a lot of you guys saw that I posted today a couple more locations coming. We have St. Louis coming, Gulfport, Oklahoma City,
Gulfport, Mississippi,
and Houston, and Cottonwood Heights / Salt Lake City, and Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yeah, we've got a couple of handfuls of offices that are going to be coming online soon. We're not telling you their addresses and phone numbers until they're fully trained. But you should know that these areas have doctors that are enthusiastic. So we're really glad to be bringing on new locations. Maybe one day South Bend, Indiana as well. If they get going, we can.
And Detroit
and Detroit. So we've got a lot of places in process. We're just working our tail off to get these offices trained up so they do a good job for you, like our other doctors do.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where we're going to be. I've talked to you about the book, Breaking OWCP.com, Volume 3 coming soon. Go ahead and pre-order yours today. And as soon as they're done, in probably less than a week, I'll ship them all out. And as always, shipping will be free. All right. So if everyone has shared, like and follow, you're here. You might as well hit the follow button. And tonight is a question and answer, Q&A. After our 2 hour show last week, bashing on supervisors who definitely had it coming. This week, I want to field your questions and make sure that, after everything that you've been listening, finish sharing so she can read your questions, and we'll share the rest later, won't we?
No, how am I going to share later if people have questions on our You Ask, We Answer night?
I can't read the questions, so you're going to have to get on board.
Okay,
let's go. All right, so those of you that have been holding your questions, go ahead and shoot them out now. Whatever it is, OWCP related, I'm going to answer. And she is now ready to read your questions. If we missed your question because you sent it too early, please resend it, because when she's sharing, she struggles with getting back. Facebook is funny that way, so she can't go backwards and read your old questions.
All right, so the first question, this is where we're at. So these are the questions that I could see. Richard Bailey said, see you in Las Vegas, April 2022. Woohoo.
April 22nd. He said April.
Where are you located?
In Las Vegas. Let's go.
But we're not going to be in Vegas with federal employees. I don't think you're understanding me.
I don't understand how I'm going to get to Vegas and not be in Vegas, but we'll deal with that later. Go.
Okay. When will you guys be coming back to Georgia? I don't know.
Well, hopefully soon. We really enjoy it there. Dr. Cooper and his wife are really great to be around, so we expect to be back pretty soon.
Andrew, we do not have a doctor in Indianapolis or Louisville. We are working on it, okay?
Or where? Louisville.
Whatever.
It's Kentucky. Well, Louisville's in Texas.
Joshua, you said you coming to New England anytime soon. Which New England state are you talking about?
Yeah, we'll be in Boston, almost certainly. We have an office in Boston, so we'll be there, I'm sure.
Sonia says we need at least 5 FICs in Metro Atlanta alone. Dr. Harper, you heard that?
Dr. Cooper, she meant.
Dr. Cooper, yeah. I don't know why I get confused with their names. Jerry Thompson said, I downloaded on eComp my car for schedule award along with paperwork from doctor on 113. How long does it usually take for a decision?
There's no rules on this. Your claims examiners are probably buried with work from other people. Obviously, there's so many of you and so few of them. So you may have to call your claim examiner and just find out if there's a problem, but you're going to be waiting for a little while. They have no rules that make them speed up.
Janice, you said come back to Miami, please. We do have a doctor in Miami.
And we will be coming back.
Dr. Giuliani is there. If you need to find us, go to federalinjurycenters.com, click locations, and her location will be there. Joshua said, I'm in North Carolina, New Hampshire.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead. If I didn't read your question, this is where we're at right now. So
if we missed you, just repost it so we don't miss your question.
Yeah, tonight is Q&A. You ask, we answer. I messaged a lot of the doctors and told them get on, have their staff on so they could see your questions that you're asking and understand the answers that are coming out from the expert. And, making sure that when you do call them, you get a proper answer. Dale Campbell said, hi, I'm having shoulder issues. Been with the post office since 91. How should I start this? I'm sure it's from repetition.
Yeah, so if you think, I can't tell you because I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that if it's something that developed over time, you fill out a CA2, you got to go to eComp now, ecomp.dol.gov. Fill that out. Be sure you have your supervisor's email address, and it's the right one because they get an email saying to fill out their part.
Yeah. Diane Green, I'm dealing with an incompetent job offer. Any input, put volume 3 addresses. I am at a loss.
Yeah, so if they're offering you a job that doesn't match your CA17, your doctor is probably going to advise you not to take it because it's not safe. So take the job offer back to your doctor and see if it's something you can do. Your union can also help you with this. If they're offering you a job that's outside of your restrictions, your union is usually pretty good at getting the supervisors on board with what your restrictions are.
Those of you that are in Atlanta, Dr. Cooper just put his phone number and his website, so go ahead and call him.
You won't be sorry either. He's fantastic.
Sheila said, I had an accident in 2016. It was approved, and I quit the post office. Can I fill out a CA2A and get my claim reopened?
So a CA2A is for a recurrence. Typically, I think they look at a recurrence as job-related. Instead, you just need to have a doctor write a letter of medical necessity to explain why you need your case reopened and explain what treatment you need so you can feel better. You have lifetime medical benefits, thankfully.
Janice said, yes, I send my mail handlers to that Miami location all the time. They keep trying to go to their PCP, and I have to redirect them to your Miami location.
Yeah, hey, actually,
Janice, you're right about that. That's what you need to do.
Everyone needs to stop calling their PCP. Your family practice doctor is your favorite doctor, almost certainly, but your favorite doctor is not trained in OWCP. So unless you like losing, don't go to that doctor. You've got to call a trained OWCP doctor if you want your claim approved. If your claim gets denied, you get no benefits whatsoever. So your PCP is probably a fantastic doctor, but just not trained in OWCP, and that's going to be a problem for you. Rosaria
Shackleford says, wrongfully terminated with open work comp case. Any help or hope for me? Currently still seeing a work comp doctor.
So wrongful termination is generally a lawyer issue. You can contact EEO for that, but generally a wrongful termination case is a lawyer issue. And you may, and I almost never tell people that, but you may need to call a lawyer for that.
Jada Collins said, postal employee, I haven't been paid any COP since my injury. eComp caseworker says they have to pay me and ask them. Supervisor doesn't know anything.
Well, supervisors don't know anything. For more on that, refer to last week's Woodshed Night. But you are allowed COP when you report a CA1 injury within 30 days of the injury. And as long as it's filed within 30 days and it's a legitimate, valid injury, you are entitled to continuation of pay. On your CA1 form, you got to check box 15, letter A for COP.
Let me go back. Antonio Munoz, I was approved for an OWCP. Can you talk about retirement disability?
So, okay, federal disability is through the Office of Personnel Management. It's totally unrelated to OWCP. You do not have to become disabled due to a work injury to qualify for OPM disability. However, if any event occurs while you are a federal employee, and I did not say while you're at work, I mean, during the period of time your tenure as a federal employee, then you can qualify for federal disability, which will pay you 60% of your income in year one, 40% every year thereafter until retirement. And at the same time, you can make up to 80% of your previous income working a non-federal job. So you could technically, by year two, be making 120% of your income if you're on federal disability. For more information on that, check out book 2. I wrote about it. My story in there is someone fishing and a shark bites their arm off and they still qualified for OPM disability. That was an extreme example to show you don't have to get hurt at work to qualify for OPM disability. You just have to get be disabled from that job while you're a federal employee.
Laura said, I got hurt on 3/9/22, broke my foot at work comp. Work comp says they have not approved it yet, but I don't have enough information to give them. So they want doctor's narrative, which they will not pay for. They said they'll reimburse me if I get approved, but it's $600. It took 4 weeks to confirm it was broke. Wait, who did you pay?
Well, not us. So here's the deal with you. You need a doctor who will prove your case, right? And show that your broken bone is work related. Our doctors do that in their sleep. It's our core business, is getting your claim accepted. If you're going to a doctor that's charging you $600 to write a report, go someplace else.
Yeah.
And if you want to know any, federalinjurycenters.com. I don't know where you're located, and we may not have an office near where you're located. But the idea of you paying any money, especially $600 to get a case accepted, is sickening.
Chopped my child.
That's sickening.
Laura Brewster says, I was denied comp due to an occupational disease, and Devidos Law Firm has my case. Now they are pretty good about helping winning a case.
So I know them.
Are they pretty good at winning a case?
Okay, so I know them. I don't have many opinions about them because they have new lawyers that I don't know, but I know like the owner of the practice. I'm from Texas, that's why. A lot of people have good success. Some people don't. I don't know. I don't know what your case is either, so I'd be happy to look at it though.
Deborah Guller says, how long does reconsideration take?
That's another one. You have 12 months to file reconsideration with your appeal request form. Once it's filed, the claims examiners don't have any rules. They'll tell you that they have up to 90 days or something, but I've never seen that in writing. So if you feel like it's taking too long, you should call them and just ask if there's any problems that you can help clear up.
Sherry, I don't know how North Walker, Louisiana is, but that's the only location we have in Louisiana. Just go ahead and check out our website.
It's about 30 minutes southeast of Baton Rouge.
Maria says, so should we leave our PCP and find a new doctor that handles federal cases?
Okay, so I never, ever, ever tell people to leave their doctor. It's a rule that I never break. I'm not telling you to leave your doctor. What I'm saying is that usually PCPs don't know how to get a claim accepted. That's just how it is. If you love your doctor, maybe your doctor can work with you and do the best job they can to get the claim accepted. If not, you may have to choose someone else, but I will never be the one to tell you to choose someone else.
Tammy Wilkes said, hi guys, another terrible experience at my ortho today. He will not fill out the CA-17 properly. Says he can't add restrictions because they have been the same for 7 months.
It's hard for me to answer that. Our doctors fill them out because they know better. Somebody's got to fill out that 17 for you. It's the only way to keep you safe at work. I don't know another way.
Unfortunately, we cannot speak for doctors outside of our franchise doctors. If you have a complaint about our franchise doctors, we could fix it.
Oh, we're definitely the complaint department. We will fill the complaints and fix the problems. But we for other doctors and other PCPs and MRI places, unfortunately, we can't do anything. So we're sorry about that. So we can direct you to someplace else. That's the best we can do.
Sheila said, is there a difference between accepted and approved?
No, they're the same, and I use them interchangeably. That's a good question.
How can I contact you for assistance to hear my case? Okay, so once the live is over, you guys can go ahead and go into the messenger part of Wednesday night OWCP chats and message me there.
Yeah.
And
somebody will get in touch with you.
Tell me what city and state you're from. So if you didn't catch us at the beginning, if you go to any of our locations and call them, they'll be able to answer any of your questions, any and all the questions that you're going to ask Chris or myself. any of them. So if I'm on the phone, because my phone is going off all day, if I'm on the phone, I try to ask, where are you, where are you located? Here's the link to our website. I'm doing that to tell you, go ahead and call the office and they'll be able to help you.
Dr. Suma's on.
Hey, Dr. Suma, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got to find my cowboy hat.
So Dr. Suma is the head guy in the Land O'Lakes, Florida office. We're going to be there tomorrow. So remember to come out and see us tomorrow night. Gini and I'll be there, but you need to meet Dr. Suma and the rest of his team. They have a really beautiful brand new office. They opened up just because they know there's demand for this. They could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. But they knew that this area needed help. So come see him tomorrow, please. And Dr. Suma, thanks for being on. He's always here. He's always here. He's so great.
Stephanie says, all of requested care by my doctor has been denied. Any advice?
Okay. So denied. Requested care that gets denied is for generally the case is probably not accepted at all. If your case is accepted, then they're doing something wrong. Or they're requesting things for a diagnosis that's not approved. It's hard for me to answer that without knowing more information, but you're welcome to do what Gini just said and send us a message afterwards. And somebody will, figure out what your problem is and solve it for you.
Jada Collins said, box 15 is checked for continuation of pay.
Good.
And I verified it was submitted within 30 days of the injury.
Well, then you should be getting paid COP. Talk to your supervisor. If they, pretend to be idiots, talk to your union and get help. But you have a right to get paid COP.
Yeah.
You get up to 45 days of time off. Hopefully you don't need that. It's better if you can just go to work and clock in, obviously. But if you can't work because you're hurt too bad, you need COP. So make sure that's happening for you.
Christina Sweeney said, my case has been denied 4 times already. Do you recommend ECAB?
Almost never. In fact, Eric Blauer is a lawyer that's a friend of ours, was talking with us. And he said, really the only reason for ECAB is if there's a dispute in a point of law.
Yeah.
Typically, and this is a debate I have to have with other people too, but typically ECAB is something we try to avoid. Me and my team have never recommended ECAB even once, ever. Instead, you need to doctor the right, better narratives and do another reconsideration.
Sheila says, okay, when they accept my claim and it says short closure claim and I have a problem still, how can I get it out of short closure claim? Okay,
so that just means that there's inactivity on the case. Your doctor just needs to start sending in bills, and the doctor sends in bills when you show up to the office and need help. Don't worry about that. That case will get reopened.
Tammy said, seeing Dr. Tucker in Columbus, Georgia, only place that would see my workers' comp near me. Any advice? Dr. Cooper's in Columbus, Georgia.
Basically, Phoenix City, as she knows, is right there. It's basically Columbus. And yeah, if you're having a good experience with Dr. Tucker, you should stay. You just should. Don't leave there if things are going well for you. If not, it's your choice, but you can check out Dr. Cooper if you want to.
You can reach out to Dr. Cooper. He's on here right now. Or Dr. Cooper, if you're still on here, reach out to Tammy.
Yeah. I hate it when you go someplace else and things go wrong for you because I'm really good at not telling you to leave your doctor. But when I hear things aren't going well for you, it's hard for me to hold that in. What else we got?
Susan said, hi, Tammy.
Yeah, they're talking to each other. I saw that.
Let me know if you want to go to one of the federal interest centers in Ohio. I'll call Emmy and she'll reach out to them.
Yeah.
Susan. Deborah Gullidge says, if I use my insurance to get my back fixed, what will work comp do? My case is accepted, but they haven't approved the neurosurgeon.
Okay, so the reason they're not approving it is because your accepted condition is probably like a sprain or something. It's probably something mild that's not surgical. So your doctor's got to do a diagnosis expansion and add the more severe condition to it. Once that surgical diagnosis is added, they'll stop denying it. It'll nearly be automatic.
Gilbert says, going through some old paperwork, I discovered I had an approved injury for lumbar spine about 5 years ago, and the last 3 years I've been diagnosed with stenosis causing pain in my hips and legs. Can that be tied into the lumbar injury, and how do you go about doing that?
So it can be, again, everybody that's new here, I'm not a doctor. But the way this works procedurally, if you have a new condition that's related to the old condition, then your doctor can do what's called a diagnosis expansion and add the new condition to the old approved claim. And then you can get treated for the new diagnosis.
Janie Johnson said, I work in Kansas City, Missouri. A few months back, I looked on your website trying to find one of your doctors in my area. I got a number for a doctor from Overland Park, Kansas, but he doesn't do workers' comp anymore because they said filling out the CA-17s were a problem. Is there anyone else in my area?
Not yet.
We are coming to St. Louis.
But we don't know when.
Yeah, it might be till summer, maybe even midsummer.
The issue is training. We are fanatical about it. And so our offices have to be trained like they're me. So it takes a little bit of time. But we'll let you know as things develop. We'll come back and let you know.
Omar Fernandez says, if we leave the post office, will we still be able to continue our treatment?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have lifetime medical benefits. You can get treated until you're better and beyond, truthfully.
Deborah said, Federal Injury Center has added my injury is worse than they thought. Work comp is still in reconsideration. Can I use insurance and then submit it to work comp?
You can, but when you use your insurance, you have to pay your co-pays and your co-insurance, your deductibles. We like you to avoid that when all possible. Our offices never charge money ever, no matter what, ever. Yeah. You can do that for sure. You're asking me, can you? You can. I just don't want you to, but yes, you can do it.
Yeah. Gilbert says, you guys are great.
Gilbert, you're great. Thanks for the compliment, though.
Lisa Weimer says, I'm currently going to the Westerville, Ohio. My case is being reviewed now, crossing her fingers. Well, we're crossing it for you, too.
So you know what? It'll be fine. The office works in tandem with my staff, and so we make sure that everything goes out really good and clean. It'll probably get approved. If it gets denied, we'll do a reconsideration and address it, but you'll do fine.
Cameron Crawford says, thank you guys. I finally got my COP for my COVID claim.
Great.
The key thing was the postmaster didn't switch my days to COP right away and had to keep on top of them to fix it. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
Stay on top of them. Make sure your supervisors, your postmaster, whoever, for whatever agency you're with, make sure the supervisor's management is charging it to COP.
Jessica said, do you have someone in Chicago? We have 2 doctors in Chicago. Go to federalinjurycenters.com, click locations, and you'll find all our locations.
One of them is in downtown Chicago, like right downtown. You got to pass Lake Michigan to get to it. It's right downtown.
In walking distance to the post office, I think.
Yeah, like the big center there. Another one is in Libertyville, which isn't that far from downtown.
Maria said, does your doctors ever become primary care doctors? Not that we know of.
Not really. Some of them, I'm sure, are because they're multi-specialty, which is something I want to address when we get a stopping point. They're multi-specialty, so some of them may be, but our primary focus is OWCP.
All right, Tammy said, I'm going to get fired because I can no longer carry that stupid backpack vac on my back any longer due to 2-week related shoulder surgeries and facet syndrome in my back. Also hip surgery and wrist plates and pinned.
So Tammy also just said, because I'm looking, that her claim has been accepted. So Tammy, let me tell you something. If your claim is accepted, you are not.
You're not getting fired.
You are not getting fired for not being able to do your job. Dr. Cooper and his medical staff will make sure you got a CA-17 that is solid. You'll be fine. They're not allowed to fire you for having a legitimate accepted claim. You're protected.
Lisa, we do not have any doctors in Wisconsin yet. We are looking.
Oh yeah, we've been trying to get a Wisconsin doctor forever.
Please remember, guys, we are looking. I know here's the thing. When I do a post and I said coming soon and I list something or grand opening, meet and greet, then everybody starts commenting, please come to Michigan. Please. We know we want to be in all 50 states times 10 or 20 doctors if possible, because we know there's a need. So don't think we're ignoring your states. Vetting these doctors are not easy. And the doctors that are on here know that. It takes them a little bit, and there's lots of paperwork to go through and attorneys. So be patient. We promise you we will be in all 50 states, even Alaska, Dr. Cooper.
Even Puerto Rico and Hawaii and the Virgin Islands.
I hope Dr. Cooper heard that. Alaska. I said even Alaska.
Even Alaska, Dr. Cooper.
All right. Sheila says, I want to fill out a CA2 for my knees, but I retired in 2020. Can you and Tammy help me get approved?
I'm going to tell you what.
Who's Tammy?
It's okay.
Oh.
If you are retired already and have not reported an injury, you might have like a 3% chance to get that accepted. I have not ever seen anyone get a case accepted that was reported after retirement. Not even once. Sorry. I mean, I hate giving bad news. You can't get in trouble for trying, trust me. But if you win that, I want to be the first to know, because you'll be the first I've ever seen to do it.
Renee Gregory says, if your doctor writes a causation letter to upgrade your claim, why hasn't DOL reached out to accept or deny?
Well, it takes them time. Just keep in mind, there's like 2.8 million federal employees, and there's probably a small micro fraction of that of claims examiners. So they're probably buried, up to their eyes and stuff. So they're taking some extra time. I'd be patient with them. I mean, I say that I'm not patient for anything ever. You can always call and say, is there a problem? What can I do to speed this thing up?
Yeah. Evelyn Lane said, I appreciate you all so much. It's such a blessing to have someone who cares enough to help. I'm seeing a doctor in Forest Park tomorrow for an old 2020 claim that kept getting denied. Well, Evelyn, your doctor that you're going to see in Forest Park is on here. That's Dr. Cooper.
Yep. And we're really glad to have you, Evelyn, and we appreciate the nice feedback.
Victor says, Puerto Rico, I want to go. Victor,
Yeah,
I know next time I come to Orlando, I got to invite you. Remember, he wasn't happy that we were at Mango's and we didn't invite him.
Well, I wasn't happy that he wasn't there. What the heck, Victor? Everyone else was at Mango's. Where were you?
Let's see. And we are in talks of Puerto Rico. So you Puerto Ricans out there?
Maybe 6 months.
We might be coming in 6 months. Laura Stroud says, is Chicago and Libertyville the only ones you have in Illinois? Yes, that's all we have.
For now, that's where we are. I think Dr. Arcoleo wants to do Springfield. That's in the south.
I don't know where
Springfield. I think Springfield is south, but yeah, that's we have plans. Believe me, we want to be within range of all of you as soon as possible. In the last year, we went from like 7 offices to nearly 50.
Yeah.
Okay? And she just named a bunch that I hadn't even heard of yet.
Yeah.
So we're growing as fast as we can because we know you need it. So we appreciate your patience. But again, if I were you, I wouldn't be patient. So feel free not to be.
Dr. Cooper said Alaska, cold sweat.
Yeah.
Get on it, Doc. Pamela, love your eyes, girl. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Molly Crawford said, if your doctor gives you a temporary restriction, do you give that to management or the nurse? Or would you need to file for FMLA?
You need to give it to your supervisor because that is, your CA-17 is required to go back to your supervisor. So be sure that that's who gets it.
Maria said, she said CA2. Would she have had a CA1 already? And if approved, wouldn't she have approved medical for that?
It's hard. I'm not sure how I would know that.
Yeah, I know.
I'd like to answer that, but I would need some more information, which I'm happy to answer once I get more information.
Victor said, can't wait to meet you at our Florida APWU convention and seminar in Jacksonville. We can't wait to meet you either.
Yeah,
we're so excited to get to meet all these APWU
Now that's where
folks
we're flying from Texas to go to Jacksonville.
after we leave Nina and Juanita's open house.
Right? My dad's so excited. My dad just moved to Jacksonville from Texas, and he followed his oldest son to Florida because he's a smart man. So we're going to go see him is my whole point.
I'm like, wait, what?
I can't wait to go to Jacksonville.
Sheila says, if I got an injury as a truck driver and can't drive anymore, can they give me a job in another craft outside the job that I was hired to do?
So there's that magic word again. Can they? Yes, they can do it. They can do it. They may not want to do it, which means you're going to have to get your union involved. And they may not have a problem, but if they have a problem, get your union involved.
Gilbert says, I'm a mail handler and can't do lifting because of my hands. My job has created a safety job for me that has been working out well, but the clerks keep filing grievances, which is in their right. Is there any way I can keep a job without anyone filing a grievance?
So that's a union question. That's not a Chris question. My opinion is that the post office is funny. For those of you that are here and don't work for the post office has 4 unions. Okay, they got rural carriers, city carriers, mail handlers, and clerks. Okay, and when one of them gets hurt, they'll get pushed to one of the other crafts, right? Well, that means somebody in the other craft, they're doing that person's job, and everyone wants to be on the clock getting paid. So I understand why that's an issue, but it sure would, like, if I had a wish list, on my wish list would be that you all understand that it could be you next time, and give everyone a break, and let them be on the clock and do some work. But yeah, that is how it works. I mean, one craft may grieve it if you're working their job, and imagine being the person whose job is getting worked and they want to work it. So I just talk myself in a circle. Whatever, it happens. But you all just kind of take it easy. Take it easy.
Maria says, I drive 4 hours round trip to see your guys. Long trip, but worth it. Thank you.
Well, and thanks for making the drive. I hope that's working out for you. And, we'll do our best to get a place closer to you as soon as possible.
Evelyn Lane said, Jerry Gatewood, thank you. I won't give up. Jeannie and Chris are a godsend. Aw, that's so sweet.
And whatever Jerry tells you, take it to the bank. Jerry's one of those that she just knows. So whatever she says, it's correct.
Juanita King said, Dr. Archuleo, great staff at Peak Performance Healthcare. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's in downtown Chicago. Dr. Archuleo is he and his staff are on fire.
Susan said, Tammy, as Dr. Cooper mentioned, if you go to a federal injury center, they can do a diagnosis expansion for your Facet syndrome. They can fill out your CA-17 properly, so you won't have to keep hurting yourself. Yep.
Yeah.
Victor, you said APW Article 13. What does that mean?
I'm sure it's Article 13, maybe in their contract.
Oh.
That's my guess. I haven't read their contract, but it's probably what it is.
Tammy said, our union won't touch anything to do with work comp. They say once it leaves the USPS, it's out of their hands. Well, you might want to tell your union folks, your president, your vice president, to reach out to us so we could come do a training. If they don't want to touch it, we'll touch it for them.
Look at me.
He's touching it.
I will. I like touching OWCP. That actually sounded pretty weird.
Do any of the doctors worked for DOL? Are any of our doctors work for DOL? No.
No, we're not a company doctor.
Yeah.
Ever. No, we're here for you and only you.
Linda says, can your work comp doctor put you on permanent weight lift restrictions?
Yeah. The doctor can do whatever is medically needed for you.
I noticed this, and I had a few questions. When you're there, side A is normally filled out by your supervisor, and when you're there, the doctor evaluates you. You got to tell him in detail what you can and cannot do. He may say you can lift 15 pounds when you can only lift 5. So you have to make sure that CA1 is filled out where you're comfortable. 17. The CA-17. Make sure you're comfortable with his restrictions, so that way you're not saying questions like this, because we get a lot like, the doctor put stuff on my restrictions and I didn't like it and it's against my work duties.
Let me address that too. So you not liking it is not totally relevant. Let's be clear. Your doctor uses a CA-17 to medically restrict you.
Right.
They're writing restrictions based on medically what you can and can't do. You may not like something, but keep in mind, if medically you can do what the doctor says, that's what needs to be on there. However, if the doctor writes something that doesn't work for you and you get to work and you're like, oh man, I'm supposed to lift 35 pounds and this hurts, go back to the doctor and just tell.
Yeah.
Say, I'm struggling with this. Because, we try to do it as an exact science. Like I'm a doctor, but we could be off by a pound or two. And if that happens, you got to go back and talk to your doctor so the doctor can keep you safe at work. That's the whole point of the CA-17.
Yeah, because a lot of you have some where the doctor is making you sit for 4 hours, then you're calling us or messaging us saying, well, the doctor's making me sit for 4 hours and now I can't sit because now my leg is getting numb.
You got to talk to your doctor.
This is why I'm telling you, when you're there with the doctor, make sure you think of these little things. Sitting down for a long time, your leg is probably going to get numb. Maybe you should stand up for 15 minutes.
Mine's getting numb right now.
The doctor, you just have to tell the doctor detail what you can and cannot do. And he is the medical professional that he doesn't want to get a lawsuit either, So when he tells you to do only 5 pounds, do only 5 pounds.
He's not going to get a lawsuit. But
malpractice.
We're not even talking about malpractice.
She says,
don't talk about malpractice.
If I can't work, can I continue work comp, or how does it handle my claim?
Yeah, if you can't work, you can continue work comp. That happens. Sometimes you can't work until you can. So just stay in touch with your doctor, keep getting treated until you're at MMI, and let's see where you're at. your doctor should be working and making every effort to get you back to working, because the surest way to get paid is to clock in.
Oh, Gerald Adams. Hey, Jeannie and Chris.
What's
Gerald
up?
and granddaughter Riley here. You guys rock.
You rock.
Hi, hi, Riley. We're going to say hi. A shout out to Riley from Wednesday night OWCP.
What's up,
Chats.
Riley?
This is Mr. Adams's granddaughter.
Cute. Riley gets one of these.
Yeah. Melinda says, what if the doctor writes you restrictions and management tells you otherwise?
Well, you file a grievance, number one.
You've got to go by the doctor's restrictions.
Yep. File a grievance, file an EEO claim, contact OSHA.
Yeah.
I mean, do all the stuff you got to do to make sure you stay safe. That's what matters most. And those CA-17s are to keep you safe.
You don't know, or no, sorry, someone else doesn't know what your body can, what your body can handle, especially when you're in pain. It's funny because, like, if I'm in pain, he'll say, I can see you're in pain. But how much pain, he'll never know. Yeah. And they can't do that. This is why there's an MD signature. So,
I mean, clearly, I know everything about my wife.
No, you don't.
I do.
He doesn't know that I'm secretly getting engaged to Matthew McConaughey.
He'll give you back. It'll be fine. He's going to return her soon.
Tim Vanderman is on.
What's up, Tim?
Tim's
in Maryland and Virginia, D.C. area.
Yeah. Tim says, hi from FIC of Maryland and Virginia. We had a CA1 case approved today, and the letter carrier is already back to work full duty. Yes!
Yeah, that's good. And let me tell you something about these offices in the, what do they call it, DMV? D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. These doctors that Tim's got up there. All they do is win, no matter what. Like, that's just what they do. So if you're in that area where so many federal employees are, go to federalinjurycenters.com and check the locations tab, because seriously, don't suffer with denied claims needlessly. You don't have to do that anymore.
Sheila says, I'm 70 years old. Can I get medical retirement after work comp?
Yes, ma'am. You sure can. You can have medical retirement anytime you want.
You do not look 70 on your profile picture.
No, for real.
You look like you're 30. No joke.
Yeah, you're probably 35.
I hope I look like you when I'm 70. Shoot.
I do too.
I'm like, yeah. Janet Spencer says, under our local mail handler stewards policy and procedures, we aren't allowed to file grievances for work comp. What? Huh. And I'm sure other unions same, but Nick had you guys come train us prior to COVID so that we can guide the mail handlers when they do get injured on the job. So I thought
I've never heard of that.
Could, because we're always telling, and Nick is like, he's really good at stuff like that.
I've actually I mean, seriously, I've never heard that you can't file a grievance for work comp. That might have been misspoken to you. I'm trying to be very nice about it. I think you can, but speak to your union president, your state president, especially. Find out.
Yeah, Janice, I'm going to actually, because now I'm curious, I'm going to text Nick tomorrow and ask him, did something change after COVID
If
happened?
you can't file grievances, that really hurts my feelings, because I love grievances, like, a lot. I like them a lot. I want grievances for Christmas and my birthday.
That's what you're getting for Christmas.
I want to file grievances for my birthday.
Victor Sanchez said, clerk got injured on the job. CA-17 was properly filed by her doctor. Management violated her CA-17 restrictions. Grievance was filed and settled that management will follow clerk's restrictions. Guess what?
They didn't.
After the grievance was settled, management violated clerk restrictions for a second time. Second grievance was filed for non-compliance. Now the clerk had knee replacement because management violated the clerk's restrictions a second time. File your grievances, those crafts in USPS or AFGE that can file grievances.
What about labor board charges too? It sounds like you may have a cause of action there. I mean, you won a grievance and they went against. It just sounds like you could probably win a labor board charge on that, which would be really powerful, because if you win, that'll be used as proof later on in future cases.
You know what you need to be? The grievance patrol. Everybody send your grievance to Chris. He's going to stamp approved and then fire the supervisors.
Oh, I want to put my signature. I got a Sharpie.
Go ahead. AFGE and USPS, hire Chris. He's the grievance patrol and complaint department. He's just going to say approve for the grievance.
I'm gonna hand sign with a black Sharpie all the grievances. That'd be so much fun.
Molly Crawford said, do you give the restrictions to management?
Yeah. You give a copy of the CA-17 signed by your doctor to management.
Penny Cornelius said, hi, Sarojini and Chris. See, she said my name. Hi, Penny.
She didn't say it. She typed it.
It doesn't matter. She could have said Gini. Renee Marie said, don't worry, Chris. The next time management crosses a line, I'll send you a grievance so you can mess with them.
Oh, man.
Great.
Yes. I'm with you.
Dr. Pendleton is on, everybody.
Hey, she's in Pennsylvania, right outside of Philly. And their office is beautiful, actually. You should go and check that out. They're all the way trained. They are ready to help people in the area. So if you're in that area, go to federalinjurycenters.com and check the locations tab, and you will see them under the Pennsylvania tab.
Dr. Pendleton says, hi, everyone. Dr. Heidi here from Healing Energies Cairo Center. We're here to help anyone in PA who needs us. Victor said, labor charges, that's my next step.
So take a break from the questions for a second, because I have to address an issue that came up this week. And Dr. Heidi reminded me by saying chiropractic clinic.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we've had nurse case managers, supervisors, and some of you believing the nonsense, saying that you can't go to a chiropractor. Look, everyone, look at me, okay? You can go to a chiropractor's office. No, yeah, thanks. That was hot. So, you can go to a chiropractor's office. It's fine. The Code of Federal Regulations says that a chiropractor is a physician when they are diagnosing and treating subluxations. But letter D of the rule says, and they can also do physical therapy. So you can go to a chiropractor's office. It's fine. And in every Federal Injury Center's office that has chiropractors, they all have nurse practitioners and medical doctors also.
Yes, they do.
So the law says you get to choose your own doctor, period. That means you can choose a doctor at a chiropractor office. Multidisciplinary, remember that. Remember this term, multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary. That means that there are multi-specialties under the same roof. You may have a physical therapist, a chiropractor, and a medical doctor, and a nurse practitioner all in one place. So when anybody says, that's a chiropractic office, why are you going there? Your answer needs to be, because my medical doctor works there. Mm-hmm. Because that's the truth. You're going to see an MD. Are you going to spend time with a chiropractor too? Of course. Of course, they're qualified to help evaluate your case. They can do that. But the nurse practitioner and the MD are running the show. And so at all of our offices, there's an MD. Every office has one. Every office has a nurse practitioner.
And a PT, physical therapist.
Well, not every office has a PT, but many of them do. Okay. But the ones that don't have chiropractors, and the rule states that chiropractors can do physical therapy. And believe me, in chiropractic school, they're trained to do this. Okay. So don't let someone tell you can't go to a chiropractor's office. The only way you can't go there is there's no MD there.
Right.
There's no nurse practitioner. There's no PA. If it's a multi-specialty office, go. Okay. That's what you need. And that's what we're putting in place for you. So you get your claims accepted, which we do at a nearly 100% rate. It's working.
And I know I had a few phone calls this week saying, oh, I called the number on the website, federalinjurycenters.com, and it's a chiropractic office.
That's fine.
They're not going to answer the phone. A lot of them, most of the doctor's office are not answering the phone, Federal Injury Centers of New York. They're not answering it like that. They're saying, hi, this is Tina from...
Tina.
Chai? Is it Chi Medical?
Tina from Redondo Beach, California.
I'm talking about Dr. Cooper's office. Kai Medical.
Like chiropractor.
So, okay, yeah, that's right. So if they say, hi, this is Tina from Redondo Beach, answering Dr. Cooper's phone at Kai Medical, it is Federal Injury Centers. Whatever number you call up in our locations, that is the Federal Injury Centers, because they're going to answer it as their chiropractic name.
But
we're going to fix it. We're going to talk to these girls to make sure they address that they are Federal Injury Centers.
And for those of you over the last several weeks that have been trying to call the Redondo Beach, California office.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy who writes all the words on the website. So when you go to federalinjurycenters.com, all the content, I wrote it, including the phone numbers. And so for those of you that called Redondo Beach and got the chiropractor's office in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. So yesterday she's like, everyone's saying they're calling Canada.
Yeah.
So I called the number on Federal Injury Centers, and lo and behold, it was in Canada. And the receptionist answered, and she said some chiropractic name with a nice little Canadian twang. And I said, wait a minute, what'd you say? And she told me again. And I said, so you're in Canada? And I told her who I was. And so she said, so you're the reason I'm getting several people call every day looking for Dr. Hawkins. Dr. Hawkins doesn't work in Canada. She works in Redondo Beach, California. So that should be changed already. But if you happen to call the Canada office, tell them Chris said hi.
The girl's going to laugh because now she knows Chris.
Chris said hi. And I'm very sorry we keep bothering her. But we're just trying to find Dr. Hawkins. So that'll be changed so you don't have that problem anymore. And Dr. Hawkins, I'm very sorry. Your patients were calling Canada. My bad.
Penny said, yes, Chris, file our grievances.
I want to so bad. I don't think your unions want me to as bad as I want to.
Sheila said, what must I do to get medical retirement at 70 years old? I'm not in condition to go back to work.
So the issue with medical retirement or disability retirement is that it cuts off when you hit retirement age, which at 70, although you look 35, you've already hit that. So it's probably a situation where you're going to have to just do regular retirement. Because as soon as you hit retirement age, OPM disability cuts off.
Oh, no, this is not wine. This is a strong martini glass of cranberry juice and ice. Womp, womp.
That's her
womp.
thing. She's like an instant DD.
I mean, am I feeling a little buzz on my 100% cranberry juice?
Maybe.
Tammy said, my boss and I had a battle about how you get paid. I said it goes by the date of injury. He said, no, it goes by your job you're currently in. Guess who was right? Even
Not
if
him.
you bought a new job and are making less money, you get paid the rate at DOL. DOI or DOL?
Well, you get paid the rate at your date of injury.
Date of injury, sorry.
Whatever
DOI.
you're getting paid at the time you got hurt is what you're getting paid now. That's right.
And she said, night differential and Sunday premiums apply as well.
I think we need to take your supervisor out behind the woodshed next time.
Bring him. I'm gonna show him where the woodshed is.
And I think, can we just do this? Can we, from now on, instead of saying supervisor, can we just call them all Peter? Peter.
No, we're not calling them Peter.
Well, we might. So in one of these books, was it this one? And okay, so in all my books, I write chapters to management. So these are these. Get these on PDF. I still have some of these left. Go ahead and if you want the second book, get it. I'm happy to send them to you. But I'm trying to get you to put these in your pocket. So you need to save them to your phone. The reason for that is because when your supervisor says things like what this Peter said.
No, we're going to call him Darren because there's Karen, so they got to be a Darren. So.
Okay, but Peter is like the Peter principle. Is like
no.
I know. I get it. You don't have to tell me. But the Peter principle is they petered out. They got promoted to a point of incompetence. So that's Peter. But anyways, all of my books have a chapter about Peter. One of them is written about the Peter principle, so it's all about your supervisors. And you make Peter mean whatever you want it to mean. For me, it means that they're incompetent at their job. But grab these books. I'm like all over the place. Get these books. Download them to your phone. If you download them on your computer, email it to yourself. Save it to your phone. Because when Peter tells you that you're going to get paid on today's rate, you can say, not so fast, Peter. I'm going to get paid at the rate I was making when I got hurt. Thank you very much. And a lot of other rules. So check those out. The third volume is going to be printed within the week. They've already started printing it, and they're very fast. I use them every single time. Yeah. They're good. As soon as I get them, I'm going to go pick them up myself and begin shipping them out. I've got a ton of orders already, so feel free and go to breakingowcp.com tonight and place your pre-order for Volume 3. It's got some fun stuff in it. It's got stuff about her in there. Like, I'd buy the book just for that. It's got stuff about Ellie and Gizmo in there because they're in more demand than even I am.
I think you have a picture of me even holding a margarita glass at an event.
It's a martini glass.
There you go. Gini martini.
It probably didn't even have martini in it. But anyways, yeah, so check it out, breakingowcp.com. Get your third volume. It'll be printed out and shipped to you in paperback. But also, I'm going to need everyone to get this on PDF because really, truthfully, you need it in your pocket. And so when you put it on your phone, you can have Breaking OWCP in your pocket. So go to breakingowcp.com tonight and get it done.
No, this is not wine. It was cranberry juice. 100%.
Just admit to it being wine so everyone will be happier.
I don't even drink wine. I get a reaction if I drink wine.
Yeah,
we don't own wine in the house except the kids. And I cook with it. That's it. No.
Don't drink cooking wine.
And yeah, Gini Martini was the name I used when I used to be a promoter when I was a Budweiser girl.
Half a life ago when she was promoting clubs.
Down there.
I didn't have a cool nickname half a life ago.
Yeah, Coco, right?
Definitely not.
What? I thought you said coconut.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh.
That's not happening here. Okay, so now it's out. So I was on a trip. Actually, I was in South Bend.
He's jealous because he doesn't have Gini Martini.
And I was watching a Notre Dame football game versus Oklahoma University, in fact. And at the airport to fly home, I was with my friends, and these two guys ordered a beer, which, in hindsight, I realize is what you do when you're with the dudes, you know. But in front of these guys, I ordered, Diet Coke and Malibu. And so one of my friends said to the waitress, he goes, give him 2 fingers of your best coconut rum. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, crap. And from that point forward, he called me Coco. Or coconut.
Coconut and Gini Martini.
Sometimes they call me coconuts, which is a different thing. But these are guys. That's what guys do. So none of you are actually allowed to call me Coco. That's not how this goes. But she brought the story up, and that's what happened.
He wasn't a promoter, just to me.
Needless to say, I don't order Malibu rum ever since then. Did somebody put a picture of a coconut? Oh my god!
Oh yeah, they did. Juanita King said, "Call him Karen and Ken's."
No, I am no. But I get your point. Yeah, that's right.
Judy said, "Does your rate of pay go up if your craft gets raises?"
Not if you're stuck on your date of injury salary.
If we need either of you, Gini or Chris, to see something on Facebook Messenger, is it best to start the message with your name, or is there another preference you two have? No.
She sees them all.
I'm the one. It's either Chris or I. That we are the admins of this. So nobody else reads your questions. A lot of you are like, I don't want to talk about this. Can you call me? Here is the reason I try to answer your messages by text and by Facebook Messenger. It is a much faster for me to give you the answer than me getting on the phone. And then what happens is you don't recognize my number because when I'm calling back from my phone number and it goes to voicemail. Then what happens is you call again. Meanwhile, I'm on another call or answering another question. So it is best for you. Go ahead and call, leave a message. I listen to the message and I text you back. Hi, it's Gini from Federal Injury Centers. And then I answer your question. Or get me on Messenger. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I start doing is messages. And if you think I'm taking too long, that's how many messages I get. By morning, I'm at 30 to 40 messages.
Use all the patience that I don't have dealing with her because she's dealing with all of you all by herself. And we all appreciate her very much. She answers all the messages and takes all the calls and gets everybody dealt with. So thank you.
You're welcome, Coco. Nuts. Sheila said, if I got hurt in 2021 on a pay scale, I went back to work 1 month, got hurt again, the same injury, what pay scale will they pay me on?
The new date of injury.
Penny, that sounds good. Gini Martini. Yeah, I had that name for about 11 years promoting. Molly said CA7 is for restrictions or CA7A. What's the difference? Which one do you give to your doctor? So none of those. It's a CA17. That's the one with the work restrictions.
There you go.
Carol said, when I go to my doctor while I'm at work, do I have to do a CA7 and then they would continue to pay for the time use, code 49, with no problems with OWCP getting paid? And would that the pay that I'm making now, or would that be the time of my injury date?
Okay, so you're going to get paid based on your date of injury. You're going to be filling out a CA7 and a 7A. The 7A is for intermittent time, meaning you're at work part of the time and gone part of the time. That's how you'll do that. And then be sure you attach your documentation to it.
Dr. Pendleton said you rock.
She's definitely talking about you.
Oh.
Because you rock.
Sheila, yes, we will help you with your knee claim.
If you like, we're happy to help.
And Gini is great at answering questions. Oh, thank you. You're the sweetest. Thank you.
I'd love it if she'd answer all the questions.
That's what I freaking do. No, they're talking about the messenger.
I'm talking about right now.
I just did. I answered the freaking CA-17 question. You just had your head down there, Cocoa Nuts.
Your eyes look like Aquaman.
Well, I like him.
No, it's the same color. I just realized you look like you got the
like
Aquaman.
His suit.
At the end, that
Jason
golden
Momoa.
green.
Oh, Jason Momoa and Matthew McConaughey, if you're there, come take me. It says
they're going to return her so fast.
All right, guys, that's it for our maddening show tonight. Thank you all for being with us tonight, my giant martini glass. So again, tomorrow night we will be in Land O'Lakes with Dr. Lee, Dr. Kemmer, Dr. Fred, Dr. Suma, and the entire team.
We want to see you there.
Come by, say hello.
If you're in Chicago, you're in California, you're in Boston, come to Florida. Come hang out with us. We got beaches. It's nice here.
Oh, I love you too. Thanks.
Penny, we love you too.
You're in North Carolina having problems with your right hand. Okay,
Go to Charlotte.
Message me if you're in New Hampshire. The closest we have to you is either New York, I know it's far, or Boston. One of the two. But if you're looking for our locations, please go to www. I said too many W's.
We have more W's than everyone else. They all know that already.
.com, federalinjurycenters.com. Click the locations. There's also a tab for all of our forms, all of our schedule award doctors, and COVID information. So much information on our website that you could get.
Written by me.
Yes.
The way I wrote those books. The books are actually better than the website. The website's the website.
Veronica, you do not have to use a post office's physician. You have the right to choose where you want to go.
Okay, so you need this in your pocket. So download it. It's only $5. Somebody asked earlier. They're $5 to download. The third volume is only going to be $10, but free shipping. But yeah, you need to get that in your pocket because there's like 5 places in the law that say you can choose whatever doctor you want.
Yeah. Veronica, that was the answer for you. You don't have to go to the post office doctor. You choose your own.
And Juanita said the same thing. I can see it there. Juanita King. She said you can pick your own doctor. That's exactly right.
And if you're looking for locations, please go to federalinjurycenters.com. Click locations. If you would like to leave me a message and I have to call you back, give me a call at 877-787-OWCP and you'll get me. Ding. If you'd like to order the book, go to whatever his shirt says. Breaking OW. Sit back.
No, I was reading.
BreakingOWCP.com. All right, we're going to be in Land O'Lakes tomorrow. Free food, open bar, cowboy theme. If you want to come dressed in your cowboy outfit, all the doctors are going to be there.
Not Dallas Cowboys.
MD, nurse practitioner, the whole staff is going to be there. We want to see all of our people from Pasco coming on in.
Yep.
So remind all your Pasco County friends that we're going to be there. And if anybody ever needs to talk to Chris one-on-one, the office is not too far from us. He has an office space there that he could use and chat with you one-on-one.
Very much looking forward to that too, by the way.
Right. And I know I said this at the beginning. We have these coming soon states. So pay attention. We have Houston, Texas. We have St. Louis, Missouri. We have Cottonwood Heights, Salt Lake City coming.
Gulfport, Mississippi. What a great guy, too.
And Oklahoma City. So we have Houston, Virginia Beach, St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Salt Lake City, Gulfport.
And I can't speak to all of these, but the Salt Lake City doctor, we were able to meet him and his wife when we were there on vacation a little while ago. Maybe the funnest guy that we've met so far. Like, you're gonna love this guy. You're gonna love him. And then we were in where were we just now at that BTC conference? What city was that in?
Right here.
It was here?
Yeah.
I don't remember where it's at. But anyways, we were at a chiropractic convention. And we met a doctor in Gulfport, Mississippi. He comes up and he's talking to us. It took this guy like 5 minutes to say, "I'm in," which we don't see very often. So if you're near Mississippi, you're in for a real treat. This guy is fired up. It would not surprise me if he's doing training right now.
And just to let you guys know, I'm getting no joke. In 1 week, I probably have 50 phone calls from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Connecticutans? Is that what you call yourselves? Connecticutans?
What do you call yourself in Connecticut?
Connecticutans?
Connecticutans.
Anyways.
Connecticutans.
I know I wind up passing your message on to Marissa, who is in our Norwood, Massachusetts office. That's because you're closer to her. That is the only location that you could go to, either Boston or New York. Those are the only two. So when I give you her number, she's going to be the one helping you. So if you are in Connecticut, go to the Norwood office or go to our Manhattan office. That's our only options for you right now, and we're sorry about that.
But it's not forever. I mean, for sure, we're going to definitely have more offices. That's what we're all about. We're putting doctors within range of every federal employee nationwide. So we know it's a slow process. Believe me, it feels like walking through quicksand to me. I can only imagine how it must feel to you, but we're working our tails off to make it happen.
Yeah, Renee Marie, if I hear Michigan one more time, I'm just going to fly to Boston and just like, Joe, get Boston. He knows it's number one on his list. Like every time he asks, we're like, Michigan. So
and by the way, we told him your city and Detroit. That's our two top places we're looking for.
So we are coming. Don't worry.
Melinda said Connecticut. Yeah, Connecticut's.
Connecticut's?
Is that what we call them, Connecticut's?
I said, what did I say? Connecticutans?
I thought Connecticut's. If we had kids in Connecticut, we'd call them Connecticut's. And somebody had asked about downloading the book. You thought you were getting a paper copy. You bought the download. If you did not receive your download copy, send us a message and I'll email it to you personally. For those of you that are trying to buy the downloaded version for $5 on breakingowcp.com, you click the download. You do the purchase stuff, and then there's another step that's like download now. Don't miss the last step. If you miss the last step, you don't download now. In all cases, if that happens to you, I'll email it to you. You're going to get your book, so just let us know.
Yeah, Connecticut's cuts. That's what she said.
Connecticut's?
Yeah.
Like cutlets? Like the chicken cutlet sandwich?
Yeah.
That was a good sandwich, that chicken cutlet.
Yeah. Misty says, I finally put my 2 weeks in at the post office. How's that going to affect my case?
You're not going to keep getting paid from the post office, but you'll continue to have medical benefits.
Yay, Houston. Yeah, I know. We've been hearing that with Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, Melinda said, yeah, I'm originally from Connecticut and then moved to Tennessee. Oh, okay.
All right.
Because like Oregon, you call them Oregonians. Because my sister, when she told me that, I was like, what? Salt Lake, you say Utahns.
You know, the best state
what
is
do you
Texas.
Say for Montana?
Montanans. But the best state is Texas because we're just Texans. And that means something like different than it means in other states, right? Texans.
Yeah. Texans are just whatever. Don't listen to the Texas people. Except Matthew McConaughey. Listen to Matthew McConaughey all the time.
You ask any Texan, they will tell you that Texas is the best country in the United States.
Well, I'll believe it when Matthew McConaughey says it. I believe it, but when you say it, no.
Matthew McConaughey says Texas is the best country in the United States.
He does. That's why I'm gonna go. I'm looking for him. He's looking for me too.
Somebody call Matthew and help me out.
Anyway, guys, thank you for another edition of Wednesday Night OWCP Chats with Chris and Gini. Again, this week we covered Q&A. You ask, we answer. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and put them, and I will go check my messenger after. If not, you will definitely hear from me tomorrow. Again, our website is federalinjurycenters.com. To purchase your books or pre-order, it's breakingowcp.com. Our phone number is 877-787-OWCP. You can always find us as well on YouTube with all of our YouTube folks at Wednesday Night OWCP Chats with Chris and Gini. You have to put it in that way so it pops up.
Go to YouTube and do us a favor. Follow that page.
No, subscribe and click the bell.
Do that. Subscribe to that page and click the bell.
Yeah.
We'd really appreciate getting the followers on that. It's new to us. We've been doing Facebook since 2016.
Yes.
So we finally decided to do YouTube, and I'm sure there's going to be a new social media platform soon that we'll have to learn.
Misty Alexis says, I haven't been getting paid for the last 2 months. That's why I put my 2 weeks in. I just wanted to make sure I can still get my medical care. We could help you. Oh
we
my
could
gosh.
we could have helped you get paid. You don't have to turn your 2 weeks notice in. We can just help you get paid. Let us know where you're located and see if we can help you not have to like totally change your whole life.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sorry that happened.
Yeah. We are, Veronica, we are coming to Texas. That's what I said. We have an office location coming soon.
We're in McKinney, we're in Bedford, we're in San Antonio, and Houston coming soon.
All right, and this weekend is Easter. We hope you guys have an amazing Easter with your families.
Color lots of Easter eggs, do
Yeah.
Easter egg hunts, have a good time, and all the stuff that goes with Easter.
I will
with
be
you on that,
planning
sure.
our Easter dinner, so we'll see what Doll's Kitchen has to prepare.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Oh, that's right.
in Ohio.
Okay.
Just
if anybody's in
Friday and
Ohio, Friday night, Saturday night, I don't know how late. I'm going to post it though. Chris is going to be in what city?
Columbus.
He's going to be in Columbus with
Ron
Speakman and Kenneth Hodge. All of you guys know Kenneth Hodge from the
Kenny.
the podcast, Hodge to Hodge podcast that Chris and I, and sometimes Tom is also on. So if anybody wants to see Chris Friday night or Saturday night at the hotel, I'm going to post it after this. Please comment so he knows who to look for. He's only going to be there just for the 2 days,
Like 24 hours.
24 hours, and he's back home for Easter dinner.
But
So
I'm there. We're gonna have a good time, and if you're gonna be around, I'd love to meet you. So definitely let us know.
yes, all of you that have any issues, I'll talk to you at Land O'Lakes tomorrow. Misty, you're coming. Okay, great.
Exciting. That's really great.
That's great. We're glad you're gonna come.
Did somebody say God bless Texas? I think they did.
No, it says it's Columbus, Texas.
Well, that's Columbus in Texas too. That's the way it goes. Texas has a lot of cities. It's a big place.
Okay, guys, if anybody needs any help, before you guys decide to quit, retire, file federal disability or whatever,
Unless that's what you want.
Yes, unless you're 100% sure, having nothing to do with your work injury, please reach out to us first. We know you guys want to make it to retirement.
Yeah.
So,
and we'd like to help you.
Yeah. So don't give up. We're here to help. And we will see those of you that show up tomorrow night. I will go live for a little bit to show you the Land O'Lakes office and see Chris do his, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minute, 30-minute speech.
Jeez.
Whatever he decides to do.
Take my Wheaties.
And we will see you guys not next week, but the last week in April, because we will be flying and Chris is training that night in Virginia Beach. So,
I don't actually do the flying. We use pilots, but we'll be there after we go to Vegas, and we're gonna have a talk. We will be in Vegas. I'm just saying, we're gonna be in Vegas. Tell them we're gonna be in Vegas.
Misty says, I was at the Pinellas Park too with the fat baby. He was cute. All right, guys. Yes, anybody need any help, please message us on the Wednesday night OWCP Chats Messenger, and I will go ahead and get you the right answer.
And we'll see in Land O'Lakes, in Las Vegas, in Utah, in Jacksonville, in Virginia Beach. Any place else?
Texas.
And Bedford, Texas.
Yes.
Texas. That's
and then Jacksonville. Yeah.
Didn't I say Jacksonville?
I don't know.
And Jacksonville. So we got a lot coming up. We hope we can see a lot of you. Just keep track of where we are. Hit the follow button here. If you're not following this page, you're here. You might as well hit the follow button before you leave.
And
that way you can see what we're doing.
And take a look at all the posts that we post. And don't forget to click follow. We had 17 million views on our Facebook page. We don't know what happened, but thank you for sharing. It really means a lot.
Yeah, I think China likes our page.
Our stuff.
I think China likes our page. Sheila, Bedford is near Fort Worth. So come see us.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, guys. We will see you guys back tomorrow live in Land O'Lakes.
Live from Land O'Lakes.
All right, guys. See you guys. And don't forget to message us.
Yep. See you
Bye,
later.
everybody. Have
Bye.
a good night.
Night.